money, why are you? I'm in my new bag, my bag. You ain't get bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. But a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money. I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a. She an. Why you do that like that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bag.
Everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. With that, let's get on over to AT&T Stadium in Arlington for the call from Jerry World. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the New York Giants. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And, Charles, we've got two teams who know each other extremely well. These division games, they tend to be battles.
People scout like crazy in this league, but no one scouts more than within the division. Because if you win your division, you're automatically in the playoffs. That puts extra emphasis on these games, and they can't wait to get at each other.
Here's the kicker, Aldrich Rosas, ready to get us going. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. It's the Mississippi State product at quarterback. Calling the shots will be Dak Prescott. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Here's my prediction for this game. My prediction is they're not going to stop Ezekiel Elliott and Eli, or Dan Allen starting. He's going to get sacked so many times that they're going to run the ball.
Got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
I'm not.
On the counter, Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
I'm not going to stop Ezekiel. They're just going to go down the field every time they score. That's my prediction.
You were telling me this yesterday.
I'm going to be doing this with every rival.
On the opening drive, establish the ground game.
So going to be Panthers and Buccaneers.
About one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly,
Saints and
it's
Falcons.
a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Check 9.
Pittsburgh and
Now it's a
Baltimore.
bootleg with Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And
Green
he'll
Bay
be brought
and
down, losing
Chicago.
yardage back at the 40. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. Well, that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down on the pickup of 5 yards.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. Tackle made by EvanButtFace. The offensive starters now for the Cowboys.
And the play of this offensive line is going to tell a big story. And right now, if you're a fan of this team, you're loving the story that they are telling. They've already created some holes in the running game on this opening drive, and they're going to need to keep it up for these guys to have a big chance at victory.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And not much running room. Down to the 32. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. And we look now at the defense for the Giants.
Leonard Williams was one of the top draft picks coming out of USC, and he's done nothing to diminish the comparisons people make of past greats.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
On play action, Prescott. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Nah, that's the first.
Dexter Lawrence. Credit him with his sack
Next
as he
one,
buries him for a loss of 10.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Dun, dun, dun. 2nd and 20. If the Giants can hold him here, they can probably only hold him to a field goal.
2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall
Is Giants going to hold him?
Range.
I don't think so.
Here's Prescott. That's complete to Cobb.
But you never know.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the
3rd and 15.
line.
They're smart. Cover 3 spread.
It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It's only first quarter, so you don't know.
3rd and long for Prescott. Caught by Cobb.
Ooh.
Good defense holds him.
That was great.
It'll be 4th down.
Now it's field goal time.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route.
Yep, there's their kicker.
Defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they were able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Me back.
Forbath now to kick it away after the made field goal. This is taken at the 3.
24.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And what I'm looking for from him today,
not the best quarterback. He's like a 6'5" overall.
The things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete.
They're already taking shots.
First down, but he couldn't reel it in. And the starting offense now for the Giants.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. But I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Right off the bat, 3rd and 19.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen.
He didn't fault that. I know he did fault. So far, we've only seen big defensive plays, no big offensive plays. Besides that 11-yard run by Zeke.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Here's Jones, operating from the gun.
Throw that away. Not throw it away.
He's
Take a
Go
shot.
for a big play downfield. And got his man.
Ooh!
Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Saquon Barkley.
Saquon Barkley, 85 yards.
There's the big play I was looking for.
Have taken the lead. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? But a lot of offenses say touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point.
That was a nice play. Let's just see if his defense can hold him here.
They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants.
This is like watching a real football game, kind of.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
All right.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Dallas
That's not bad throw by Daniel Jones with the pressure on him, too.
It was a tough year in Big D. This was a team with Super Bowl aspirations in training camp. Got off to the 3-0 start. Got Zeke signed and in the fold, but then the wheels started to come off from that 3-0 record. 5-8 the rest of the way for an 8-8 finish. Not enough to win a down NFC East, and also not enough for Jason Garrett to keep his job. So now Mike McCarthy enters the fold.
And when you look back at this roster, and as you said, a team with Super Bowl aspirations, this is not a team that was overhyped, as is often the case with the Dallas Cowboys. That was a legitimate deal in my estimation. That roster was good enough to contend for a Super Bowl. Just never really got going with consistency. Couldn't beat the better teams that they played. And as you noted, finished 8-8. Mike McCarthy takes over a very good roster. A young quarterback in
Don't let the
Dak
Giants.
Prescott.
Don't let the defense.
So it's the second act for Mike McCarthy. He has something he feels like he needs to prove after the way it ended in Green Bay. And this
just
Dallas
has a really
team
bad
has a
team
lot that they need to improve on, and a lot to show the rest of the world that this team really should be in a Super Bowl, and soon.
By the way, since they did not win the NFC East, that's now... Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He calls it out. Loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
Let's go, D.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do.
I didn't even see a big hit.
Didn't cover up. In this case,
I just dropped it.
Just give credit to where it belongs.
I feel like there's going to be a challenge.
Made a big play.
Football going back to the New York Giants here. CD 4-12 this past year for New York. The Daniel Jones era has begun. Unfortunately for Pat Shurmur, his era over after 2 seasons. Now the Eli Manning era also more than likely over. So this could be a team with a lot of changes next year. They've already raided the Patriots cabinet, hiring Joe Judge, former wide receivers coach, to be their head man.
I was expecting the booth review. I was expecting it.
When you call around the league and ask about Joe Judge as the head coach, a no-nonsense, decisive type of a person.
Let's see.
And he's going to need every bit of that in New York coaching the Giants. The good thing is
the Daniel
Jones era has begun, and while there were a lot of turnovers, I thought down the stretch he played better, took care of the ball better. He's improving. Got to get some people around him, and I think this Giants team, with Saquon Barkley as their leading guy, I think they can improve quickly with the right draft picks, the right free agents, and Daniel Jones continuing to get better.
And because of that 4-12 record, they will have the number 4 pick in the draft, so they could move back, stockpile some picks, or get an impact player. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
I'll see the Giants hold him again.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And taking it across midfield.
But
and
the Giants just can't stop easy.
14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They got to work on stopping the run. They're in a 5-minute blitz.
They go play action here on first down.
Play action. Nice.
And he can't find anywhere to go.
That's only like a 3-yard sack.
And he goes down.
Yeah.
Dexter Lawrence picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Dexter Lawrence the second. Alright. 2nd and 13. I'm expecting the pat. I'm expecting a run, actually, because they've been running.
They'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Expecting to run, make it 3rd and manageable, maybe. Oh no, they're going for a pass.
Prescott toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The Cowboys' all-time receptions leader, Jason Witten, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
That's 6 for 7 with only 17 yards. That's not that good.
To start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game, you know, because you do practice it, you do go through it.
We hold him here?
Case,
I don't think so.
Exactly what they drew about.
Yeah.
And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one good for 24 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route.
Amari Cooper. He's a free agent now.
Money
Gets him
right there to move the sticks.
Let's see Carolina go.
A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Let's go for a shot for the end zone. I'm just going to run. Yeah, it's going to be a run.
Now Elliott. Elliott a first down.
Ooh, why did he stop running? He could have got that touchdown.
Down to the 3. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle,
look at he stops.
Giving them a whole lot
Dude,
of
just run through them.
for that much space to rumble.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throwing. Prescott. And that is caught. It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown.
10-7. Just missed a field goal.
3-yard touchdown pass. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Kai Forbath on for the extra point.
Got a nice couple big plays.
And it's through, and that makes
Let's see how Giants respond to that.
So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown.
Should have Saquon Barkley back there. If they did that, they'd be a lot better. Not a lot better, but pretty better.
Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline.
Let's see what they do now.
When you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
Robert Quinn gets to the quarterback as well as any defensive end in the league. A lot of it goes back to his high school wrestling background. He understands leverage and hands as well as anyone.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 8. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And he's made it easy for us to put together a highlight package. Just wondering what he ate before this one started.
Let's include that in the package, right? Get the gourmet out here, figure it all out, and you're guaranteed he'll do that going forward as well, because with a game like this, you don't want to change things too much. Oh, yeah, you also want to continue to get that great blocking he's received today.
Let's go D.
Yeah. Kudos to the guys up front indeed. Prescott on 1st down. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
10th carry now for Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
That is
a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Can't talk.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the
That's his only negative yard run.
Was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Oh, wait, that was Dak? I thought it was Zeke.
Draw play, Elliott. And they see right through that defense.
They're stopping him now.
As he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen. And I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle?
Let's see. What are they going to do now?
That was Merlin Olsen.
3rd and 13. I'm going to do this last time like Amari Cooper.
Said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people say that's too much.
You guys are going to sell that again?
Maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
Let's see.
Prescott down. And he's going to find his man in the backfield. It's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 42.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Prescott. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
There are so many things to watch
come on,
for
D.
when you play defense. And
Don't sell yourself like this. Don't put him in for another touchdown.
Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Prescott now already at 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Elliott. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
That's funny.
This is Elliott. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
3rd and inches. Put him down here. Put him to the field goal. Come on. Come on.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
I want to see a 6-man blitz right here. That's how you're going to stop this.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
Let's go! Go! Go!
Now you got to stop him here. He's mad.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
We'll see if the defense can at least still hold him to a field goal.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott.
Nope.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Now Forbath for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. That time a 9-play drive, and it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown.
Let's go, Giants.
Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
24.
Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space. Maybe
let's go. Let's go.
What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense? The long handoff. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game, because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles.
Just keep on doing that. Just keep on doing that, and you can do it.
That kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He completes it to Tate. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Come on, keep up this good drive. This is a good drive.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
You're not think there's someone open farther back. Second and 5. This is great.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Don't run it. Don't run it.
Shotgun, they run with Barkley.
Never mind. Never mind.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for a giant first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better.
I thought he was gone for a second.
Helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Let's go. 50, plant. 54 miles. How you getting the header? How you getting the header?
They keep it with Barkley on first down. Now Barkley stripped of the football.
Oh, I can't look. I can't look.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
No turnovers yet. This was good for score for not turnovers.
Come on, set.
Let's see if Daniel Jones can come back up. Come back on that drive.
Ready?
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And down he goes at the 45.
I think they can. 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5 and man.
Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On third
They
down,
just
the
can't
Cowboys bringing an extra defensive
screw
back.
up right here.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. Well, this is going to depend on the
Go for it.
spot,
Go
but
for
it's
it.
not a very generous
Go
one.
for
He
it.
looks to be about a yard or so short. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
They're 3rd and 2. Yes, they're going for it. I'm pretty sure.
Here's Riley Dixon now. As he'll
Oh,
punt
come
it away
on.
for the second time. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. He's in his zone, 2nd quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for
Yeah,
a
shoot.
running
They don't.
back. Anytime
Zeke's
you get
only
to
had
that
like
triple digits,
more than over 100
that's all
yards
you're
rushing.
looking
Like maybe
for.
200.
But he's got a chance to really exceed that.
Keeps
in
up
this
what he's
one.
Yeah,
doing.
he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
And brought down, but not
Damn, that was
before
good.
reaching
That was
the
a good pass.
25. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Prescott looks to throw on first.
Get him.
And that is incomplete.
Oh, if he just jumped for that, he may have been able to get that pick.
There, but to no avail. Second down.
That jump dive.
Let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw...
They cannot stop Zeke.
So a little bit lower scoring than we expected. But a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action now, Prescott. Completes it to Jason Witten. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Prescott.
Going for a pass again. He's working right there. Oh, nope, they're rushing it.
He'll run it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott.
Come on, guys, you got him so far in the back.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what.
Look at this. Is he going to show it?
They are handling their
right there, you could have got him. Right there. I've been like
right now on this drive.
3rd and 4. I haven't seen any turnovers yet. I really want to see a turnover.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time.
That's
rough.
rough.
People see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Forbath to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
I'll be back, guys. I'm going to get some food. Hopefully Giants can do something while I'm gone.
7-play drive total, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. format to send it away now following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down, here's Barkley. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley, and even 70 yards. So close, couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1-yard line. I want to carry it in.
We'll see if they reward him on this next play. They come up in an offset eye. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw. Jones. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Malik Collins forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Second and 10. That one caught by Ellison. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now third and goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And Barkley did not get there. What a stand.
Bard just came back, and it's 4th and goal on their...
That's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Okay, CD, second quarter, look at their deficit and where they're at on the field.
Turnovers? Probably not.
I think that they are, because down at this point, they've just made that big move. Ride the momentum wave while you can. I know people think, hey, you got to get some points here. Hey, you're riding it big time. Go get it done.
All right, taking the field goal. I would have gone for that. And anyway.
Rosa's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3.
I got myself some pizza.
Old school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
I'm back. I gotta wipe my hand. I had grease on it. I'm gonna mute my mic so I can eat my pizza and not hear you guys.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And his throw here is incomplete. The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year. John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Ryan Tannehill, no surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, that credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most. That's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
That was a good drive.
Jones
good defense.
Throwing to start the drive. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5.
Let's see if I missed anything. Let's see what I missed.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They come
up hopefully
now,
get this 35
following the incomplete pass. They'll set up
Are they going to get it?
To Barkley.
Yes.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback,
let's see what I missed. We're going to watch the whole drive
and using that pressure against the defense, and it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Jones now 7 of 10 here in this 1st half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
54.
Barkley. And he'll get 37.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Tight end right. 4 down. Ready?
On second down, Barkley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
The Giants on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Oh, that's what I missed. Saquon Barkley had a huge run.
Looking to throw. Jones.
And didn't get that touchdown, though.
Screen, it's complete. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack.
Let's see. Come on.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things
Come on, New
loosening
York,
up later in the ground game.
them Dallas
Through the
Cowboys.
air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott.
Oh, come on.
To his right.
Fumble.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Love to see the fumble return touchdown.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. He's going to get this to Austin complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds.
Oh, I thought
get it up
gone.
past the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
You guys like totally punching me.
Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Grant Haley. Holly. Grant Holly or Haley? I'm going to go with Holly.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Come on, let's see. I want to see Giants score right here. 58 seconds left on the clock. Stop him right here. Have him punt it. Or miss a field goal.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Off the play fake. Prescott.
Come on.
He'll buy some time.
No.
He can run for it, and he will.
Yes, call time out. Time out.
For a nice
Call
gain
time out,
of
Giants.
10
Giants, call
yards,
time out.
but still 4th down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs. Because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds.
Come on, Giants. 12 seconds left on the clock. Get a big play. Or just run it. Because you're going to get the ball back no matter what. I'm not going to have to score here. Let's score next. 14 points, tie game.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Time out.
What does you be doing?
Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out.
Oh, so who's having a good game too? Oh, it's because that one running.
A Giant 1st down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports halftime report. This one has certainly been one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference, as the teams have already come back out onto the field for the 2nd half. So let's get you back out as well, to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
That was a good play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
We got a comment. Read it. Yay, comment time. Dude, I just started having Giants players, are from Panthers, like Mayo, Peppers. You remember playing with them Madden 18? Are from Panthers, like Mayo? No. Alright, no, we just go look at stream. Hey! Watching off your Apple Watch. I think that's what you said. Wait, is that what you said? By the way, I'm watching via my watch in style. Nice.
For the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run.
I have a better idea, so I can read comments. We go advanced settings. We go boom, boom, boom. There we go.
And it comes out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd.
You know who this? Yeah, it's Mr. Maxwell.
We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 2nd half begins with a run from Barkley, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line.
Hey, you got his
Just
100 yards.
A 3-yard gain there. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Go!
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in.
We'll see more of those because I want Giants to win, but they're going to ask it.
Tackles made at the Cowboys 43.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed.
Bye-bye those ankles.
And they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
I like the big passes. I need to see more of those.
So from Cowboy territory now,
I need to see them
here's
in the end
first
zone.
and 10 at the 43.
Because they already missed one of their touchdowns.
He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end.
First.
Give him 9
Not
there on the first down completion.
What?
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very
Max, I don't have school today. Well, Monroe has school.
Now Jones.
That's where a doctor.
And he's gonna go
Come
down.
on.
They get to him back at the 40. Michael Bennett, the former Texas A&M Aggie, dropping the hammer.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
But they're going for like a Hail Mary. That guy was open though.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Let's see it.
Jones now from the gun, he'll throw.
Yes.
And
No.
it's incomplete.
Go for it. Go for it.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt.
He's not going to make this. He's not that good of a kicker.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me
Bummer.
what separates the
He was
kickers
going to
in
make
the
that
NFL
55-yard
versus
kick.
the ones who are not.
Barely anyone in the
It's
NFL
not
can make
the
that.
misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
The Cowboys
missed 2 field goals? What did I miss?
For their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional.
I want to see a turnover right
a
here.
lot more clinical. Every now
Pick
and
six,
then, they'll get
fumble
after
recovery,
you if they think
touchdown,
they need to light a
anything.
fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we got the
come on.
lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion.
Defense
in the
doesn't
game.
stop it. I'm sucking all the
Check
blood.
so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
8 yards the tally on that
Vampire.
first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They go to Elliott again. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Stop him here.
No. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
There we go. That's better.
Just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Wait, hold on. Oh, never mind. I saw Daniel Jones' picture and I thought that was Dak, because I thought they didn't have Dak in. I'm just an idiot. If they scored here, they pretty much locked the game away. Yes! Let's go! Alright, now they got to score here. They got to score here. Come on.
Often on
They got to score this drive.
You look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem.
Imagine if he missed that. That would have been gone.
I'm
never mind.
going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense.
Come on, Daniel. Come on, Daniel.
He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent. Just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader. Making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes.
You need this touchdown. If you get this touchdown, you're back in it.
How big
Come
a
on, Daniel.
mistake
Let's
and
go.
when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
Good running from Barkley there on first down as he'll get forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
Keep on doing what you're doing.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge differences we know between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Beat your rivals, Ryan. Beat your rivals.
They'll go to Barkley again.
Don't do that.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion is
right there. No.
Now
Yes.
a pass hauled in downfield.
Never mind.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Jones now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Barkley.
Yes.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Come on. Don't get negative yards.
2nd and 2. He's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And Barkley will try to punch it in.
Yes.
He is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis
now they're back
on
in this
side.
game. Stop them here.
We know this. We know where we are.
Even
but
game.
sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get this.
Actually, wait.
A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Oh, yeah. 7 points.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that cuts the lead to 24-17.
Come on. I want to see them drop again. I want to see them fumble or intercept. Come on, defense. Comeback time. Comeback time.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Fumble right here. Fumble right here. Huge hit stick. Huge hit stick. Huge hit stick. Not what I want.
Broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'm disturbed in what I just watched.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Dak may be having a good game. But make it have him throw an interception.
You got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Come on, it's gonna be a run. It's gonna be a run. Get him.
Here's Elliott, and an alley to run.
It's not what I just wanted to see.
Pass midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 36.
Watching them run again.
They'll run with Elliott. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
2nd and 6, come on.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Prescott. This is Jarwin. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down
35. Hold him
at the
here.
31-yard line.
Oh, they can see the field.
Catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the
if you can get a sack of 5 yards, they can't make it. So that'll be 55, right?
So
no.
He caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Complete to Jason Witten.
God damn.
And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. Dak finding his tight end Witten, and the Cowboys have a 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Watch the pass.
On play action, Prescott.
Yes.
Heavy rush, and down he goes. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Come on.
Here's
Come on.
Prescott. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
3rd and 10. Stop them here.
The
Stop
completion there,
them
but this is
here.
what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Let's get off the field, D.
5-man blitz. Come on.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dexter Lawrence able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain.
Nope.
And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He made his first. This is a 47 yards out.
37. Miss.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. We had a field goal range. Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Forbath now to kick it away after the made field goal. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25.
Yes.
Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
I wasn't looking. I just looked at the number and said 35.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to
Saquon Barkley.
He has been a factor in a multitude of
189 yards. That means he has
rushing. He's approaching that number in the
receptions
category too.
And you know why I've always respected guys who can have these types of games?
He had, though.
As a runner, you're going through a pile. People are raking at the football all the time. Your hands take a beating, okay? And to be able to still go out and catch the football in open field after going through that.
Let's see this. Let's see this.
Dynamite.
He's been dynamite in this game so far. We'll see defensively if they have an answer because they need to come up with something. They begin with a run by Barkley.
Yes. Yes.
And he's going to get this into enemy
territory. Do that again. Do that again. Do that again. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
That one 28 yards on the ground.
Oh, he's in the zone.
That's successful.
Well, we did see where we made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Look at that. Bye-bye. Look at this.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's
let's
first
go Saquon
at the 45-yard line. On the run, it's Barkley. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Go now. 60 Pittsburgh. 55.
On second down now.
Oh.
And maybe a
does it take him out of the zone?
There. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Don't pass. Don't run it. Don't run it. Don't run it. Pass right there. Right there. Right there. Right there.
Operating from the gun. It's caught. Shepard. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line.
Who was that? Oh, Shepard. That was Shepard's first reception. What's he doing?
When you want to throw the ball downfield, you want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Jones now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Barkley. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. This is Gallman. And they'll get him down right
2
at
yards.
the 20.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
3rd and very manageable. All in just 2 yards. Just I just said Daniel, Mr. Jones running him.
Defensively. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Robert Quinn in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down.
Brandon, I think you understand the
Kick
type
this
of
field goal.
afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys.
What's that
They've given
block,
up a whole
Saquon?
lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrich Rosas.
They gotta
from
get
the
this.
left hash, this from 39. And Rosas puts this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
They get good momentum, then all of a sudden they stop.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it out to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor.
Let's see it.
They start on the ground with Elliott. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Elliott. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
I'm back.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the
Oh, he's 10 yards from 10 yards from rushing touchdown. I mean, 10 yards from 200 yards.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Come on.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants.
All Giants need to do is get a nice stop. That's all they need to do.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he works it past the 30, almost
There's
to
just
the
200 yards.
11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
He hasn't got any big 50-yard runs though. Saquon Barkley's had 2. Well, I think Saquon Barkley had 140-yard.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things.
They're not going to run. They're probably going to pass it.
Tell you what they're looking for and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 12-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Stop.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Completes it to Jason Witten. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
They'll try again with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. A 1-yard run on first down, another one on second. Tell you, it doesn't do much for the yards per carry average, but it gets them 6 points.
And I just wonder in contract negotiations, do you show the 6 points scored, or do you show the yards per carry
I'm showing the 6 points.
No doubt about it. And his team benefits. They don't care about yards per carry. They just care about points up on the board.
Now Forbath for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown.
I'm back. Let's see. Can Giants get 2 touchdowns?
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
This is what we need. We need touchdown. Stop. Touchdown.
Here's the Giant
and whatever happens from there,
now making
hopefully
their
it goes
way back out onto
Giants'
the
way.
field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal.
I need to see these 2 guys right here.
Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Daniel and Shepard had some good connections.
Now, because, as you noted, the
Some good plays.
way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Jones.
Come on, dude. You can't let that happen to you.
He goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw. Jones. And the pressure gets to him again. DeMarcus Lawrence getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Here's Riley Dixon now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Dancing away at the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15.
Stop.
And that will come the offense as they take over. Now Dak Prescott and the offense heading back onto the field. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out and made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Yeah, keep on doing that.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and 5.
All right, hold him here.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Looking deep in the direction of, got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Forbath, the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown.
All right, if the Giants need to want to win this, they need to have some huge plays.
Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown.
It's pretty much we already know it. Dallas is going to win, but there's a chance.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's
he's not having a bad game. 13-17, 225 yards and 1 touchdown. He's not having a bad game.
You know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Here's Jones throwing to start the drive. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them out.
Both the games are either it's going to be one team's running backs probably.
Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That first down completion only netted him 3.
So he wants some more points.
2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mike Bennett. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
30-17.
Remember, throughout my career, hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead.
So I'm trying to do screens. Screens are not working out for you guys.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
If you got the pass off, still be negative yards. It's right there.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
See, it's a good pass right here.
Out of the shotgun.
What are you running?
Barkley. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Go for it. Go for it.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Come on.
Jones throwing on 4th down. And this is going to be incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Oh, he had that too in his hands.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent
3 passes.
example. And
now, he's thrown 3 uncompletions.
Yeah,
Incompletions, not uncompletions.
Right you're shaking
4
hands
touchdowns.
with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball.
And Ezekiel has gotten the other 3 touchdowns. Wait, 21. No, 2 touchdowns. 1. I don't know if it's 1 or 2.
On 1st down, Elliott. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And this is caught at the 8.
Oh, God.
And he gets it
Don't go 5 touchdowns, though.
Inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down. Still throwing the football.
What should you guys be suspecting?
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era when we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Cincinnati and Cleveland? That'd be a good game because they both suck. Pittsburgh, Steelers, or
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. What do you think?
Now Elliott. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Throwing, Prescott sliding, feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
We'll do
Give the sack to
Eagles versus Giants next. We'll do all the Eagles rivals and then the Giants rivals first.
But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He may try and run for this. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Forbath will put this one through.
All right.
And that will extend the
24
lead out
points.
to 24. So it's 3
I just
more
want to see a
points, and
touchdown.
that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
All right. Oh wait, player of the game can only be the winning team, so it's probably Ezekiel or Dak. try to use Dak.
Forbath now to kick it away after the made field goal. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
And then after we do,
New York set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
next we're going to do Panthers after
2nd down. Jones, open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I just want to see one good drive for a touchdown. I don't care. The winner now.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Come on, don't tell me you're going to run screen again.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. That's complete to
Timeout.
Slayton.
Yep.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go.
Not now they're targeting Slayton at the end of the game. Should have been doing this in the beginning. Some Shepard. Those are great best receivers. If you ask me. I mean, Cade's good, but I feel like overrated.
Jones now on 3rd down. Now a desperation. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
There's the turnover.
Chidobe with a pick. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand
Don't throw
this.
it
You saw
that
zone
deep.
in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided.
This is a bummer.
Mike 29. I got you. Pop. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Mike 29. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Here we go. Wide angle. Set is the mic. You.
On third down, Elliott. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of
We're going to watch the
points that they
highlights.
did.
We're going to see
Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but
Giants
feel great
in
about themselves.
Dak's
can
best
they?
place.
I mean, what
Player
a
game
game
Dak
to
with
put
4
up that
touchdowns.
number
We're
of
doing
points.
good.
Continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being
That's
in the
17 points
zone.
and then just shut him out.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the
we
hard-working
have more
men and women
average
on
play
our crew,
than this.
I'm Brandon Gaudy. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.
All right. Third quarter was right when Giants should have done better, if you ask me, because that's when we were tied up. I mean, not tied up, but close to being tied up. Like a touchdown. All right, we're gonna go from first. We got a sack. That was a good play. We're still looking at the touchdowns. This was one of the great plays. Just seeing open for Saquon. That was a great play. Dallas responded with this. We're not gonna look at pickles. Then second quarter starts out with this. There's another touchdown somewhere. I don't know if it's gonna. Let's just watch this one. Right here. This is when. There's this pass right here. I remember this pass. It was a good pass. It was broken. Is this the one where he was down or not down? Oh no, that was good. This is where Saquon broke the guy's first rush, touchdown, I guess. And then Dallas just closes this out. This touchdown right here. I think this was probably Dak Prescott's. I mean, not Dak, but their best play at all, right here. And then that last touchdown, last second, right. What was this? Oh, that was an interception. And then that was last play. Next, we will be doing Philadelphia and Giants, because we're gonna go through my home state. Not home state. I'm an idiot. That's the closest stadium near Giants. Then we're gonna do Panthers because that's my football team. See you guys.